Welcome to the Power Takeover. In Wall Street terms, a hostile takeover is when power shifts in ways the establishment did not expect. In this series, the takeover doesn't have to be hostile to shift and ignite a power within that we all carry. We use it here as a new metaphor. Corporate systems were not built with everyone in mind, so this show is about reshaping them into spaces where equity, wellness, and opportunity are possible for all of us. Just think of it as a boardroom without the mask, a place where we can question the old scripts about leadership and success, while also imagining something better that makes room for kindness, collaboration, and growth that does not come at the expense of peace. What you're going to gain here is practical clarity on how to protect your energy, expand your influence, and rise without losing yourself. We know real power is not about inheriting these broken systems. It's about understanding how to lead, when to lead without losing yourself. And we have some women who have been at the highest level of corporate who are going to put us onto some corporate game and help us navigate these systems. So let's get into it. All right, ladies, let's do it. We have Dr. Consuela. We have Courtney and Christy, and I like to call y'all the C-suite because all your names start with a C.
Sounds right.
It's about right. It's about right. Suela, let me tighten up. Dr. Consuela.
You can say, I'll let you say.
Okay, Dr. Consuela, tell us about your background, what you've been up to. What's your doctorate in?
So I'm Dr. Consuela.
Mm-hmm. You told us.
Okay. So I have a doctorate in organizational leadership. So it's a business degree. I have 30 years of experience in corporate America, working primarily in talent management space. Mm-hmm. And so I've dealt with leadership development, workforce transformations, all of the things that make people uncomfortable.
Girl, you still seem sane. You seem so We'll get into it. Okay, Courtney, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I'm Courtney LaPrade. Do I say my last name? Sorry, y'all.
No, you're fine.
Oh, yeah. 20 years in healthcare. I started out social worker, built up to operations management, business development, marketing, sales, team building. I'm a life coach now. So my resume a little bit.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. So really just storied background and a lot of experience in a lot of different things, but it sounds like you've made a well-rounded path for yourself.
Absolutely.
All right, Christy, let's go.
Yes, Christy Stevens. I am all things change transformation.
Yes,
so I live at the intersection of change and emotional intelligence with all kinds of process changes, technology changes, people changes. In any organization. Basically, if it's broken and it's too complex to fix, I come in and I help. And that's what I do, right? So people can actually adopt the changes that all the work, they want people to understand. I help them understand it.
That's a really cool
thing.
You're the fixer. The Olivia Pope of corporate.
New brand.
I love that. There's so much power sitting here. You've climbed the corporate ladder. I'm going to start a question and I want you to finish it. Climbing the corporate ladder is? Dr. Consuela.
It is harder than I ever imagined. And I would say, when you're younger in your career, you aspire to do that, right? It's an aspiration. I want to move up.
Yeah.
And the higher that you move up, the more challenges you face, the more adversity you get. And so it's been a journey. It's built resilience in me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm grateful.
Resilience you wanted or just had to take?
That part. But I've become more resilient because of my journey. And I've worked primarily in tech companies. I'm currently senior director at a tech company, predominantly, obviously male world.
Yeah.
And so I've always had to prove myself. I've always had to be better. I've always had to be more educated. And so it's built this resilience in me that I can do whatever the heck I want to do at this point.
I love it.
Unapologetically bold.
I love it. I love it. And resilience and not bitterness.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've earned my place.
Probably some
I've
bitterness.
earned my place.
Was a
No
little bit.
bitterness in there?
A little bit.
I think it was bitterness. I've gone past that though.
Okay.
Like it was bitterness as I was experiencing the pain, the hurt, the rejection. But now I'm in a place mentally, just in my life, where I am who I am. Take me or leave me. I'm good. I'm good.
I love it.
So you privileged to have me.
Right?
You're welcome.
I'm the gift.
You're welcome.
Yes. You're welcome.
Courtney,
Yes.
climbing the corporate ladder is
Not what I thought it would be. It's bittersweet. It's the part of making it there and saying I'm here. And it's the part of figuring out what's next. It's great to get to this level. I'm a VP of business development with the company. But now it's like, what do I do next with myself? Because the challenges existed with that uphill battle. And now I'm like, what's next?
but you're prepared for so much to
I
get to
am.
the VP level. Like that is huge, right? I mean, that's like when you said VP of what?
Business development and growth.
In my mind, I heard Lil Wayne. Mrs. Officer! Like you're the officer of a company, which is like that's big deal.
It is.
Big responsibility, big salary, big scrutiny.
That's why she's there.
That's it.
But
Big reward.
A big reward. Everything big.
Big reward.
Big stress ball. The big thing that keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
Because when you have that responsibility, it comes with a whole bunch of just more things thrown at you. When they know you're capable, then it's more. And you're like, okay, well, I thought once I get here, this is good.
You can delegate
I
it all out.
I can rest.
Yeah.
No rest.
No rest. Climbing the corporate ladder is, Christy,
A beautiful nightmare.
that was poetic.
A beautiful nightmare. For all the same reasons you guys listed before, right? It's beautiful because you get to grow. You see yourself growing and morphing into a leader that you knew, you had inklings of what you could do. And then you're in this fishbowl, in this place where you have obstacles and challenges and like a maze. And for me, it's being able to move through it and excel at it. And it was almost a way to validate, I am who I thought I am. This is great. I don't think there's a way to do it any other way. I prefer not to have a lot of the challenges, a lot of the unfairness that happens. But how can you grow if you don't have a little bit of friction? You need a little bit of friction, right? What do they say about a diamond? You need some pressure to make a diamond. Well, I can shine now. I've been pressurized, right? Pressure tested.
I mean,
pressure tested, right?
All the way,
Definitely.
even up to this point.
So there's beauty in that personally. And the nightmare are just, the pits and falls that come along with working in the space that you work in. The accountability. When you move roles, you move from being responsible to accountable. And that's a different situation. When you're accountable, there comes more scrutiny. there comes, here's more things to do.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
said
you know,
more.
right.
Yes.
But,
not more.
you know,
You can do it.
heavy is the head, right?
But I think we all people go into leadership thinking it's going to be easy because then I could just delegate to someone.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not
I have a
that.
team that can do this work, and not understanding
The accountability.
that comes with that. You are responsible for the 10 other people who messed up. You know what I mean?
And you can't, yes, and you can't, I've seen this before where people in a leadership position, you know, they're accountable for something big, a huge project. And then you hear them, the team didn't do this and the team didn't do, no one wants to hear about what the team didn't do.
No.
It's you are accountable for those results.
Yeah.
And so
I messed up.
I messed
I have
up.
to take
Absolutely.
it. I have to shield my team, right? So I
That's exactly
I
right.
have to take it.
That's exactly
So that's
right.
a burden we carry every single day,
every
as
single
a
day
leader,
as a leader.
executive in corporate America. You have to take it.
Yeah. There's this show, I don't watch it, but I always see or used to see the commercials, like something Ninja Warrior or something, and they're all like climbing these obstacles and like jumping through stuff and like falling
American
down.
Ninja Warriors.
Is that it? American Ninja Warriors? And they're like all these obstacle courses and whatnot. And that's how it feels to me. It's like corporate is some sort of like obstacle course.
Yeah.
Where most of the people you want to be there cheering for you are not.
No.
There are a couple little voices here and there.
See, nobody on the sidelines, like with their little sign thing. Go,
go, you can do it. You got it.
You're going to do that at home.
It's like,
That's at home.
Right. Yeah.
And then your family at home is like, if I hear you complain one more time
about this.
I want to hear about your job.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have to have someone. You have to have a sounding board.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
In corporate, especially at your level, I'm not going to feed the answer. You tell me. Does it feel like, and we'll get into just because you're Black women in corporate, which adds another layer of Ninja Warriorness. Do you feel like there is this tendency to give the heavier projects, the broken teams, the confused strategies to Black women?
Yes. Yes, I came into a mess with my job. It was with this experience I'm going through, I'll say. It was a team that was disorganized, no real roadmap as to what needs to be done and how to accomplish it. So I had to start from the ground up to like construct a strategy, to build training materials, just everything. And they all look at me like, okay, well, you know, here you are. You're in this role. Do this, but also do this. Okay, you did that well, but no. Let me get you to do this. And it's just constant.
But it's almost like, so what were y'all doing
before me?
Because I have ideas now. I see all crazy ideas.
Who's here before me?
I don't think we're always the first choice. We're the best choice.
Right.
We're the best choice.
We're the best choice. Because we work our butts off. We do we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
You lean in more.
Costs. We sacrifice ourselves, our family, our time. We are going to make it happen at all costs.
You are going to make it work at all costs because you know you weren't the first choice.
Yes.
You also know people aren't necessarily rooting for you. Some people are. I won't make a blanket statement, but there are a lot of people who might not be rooting for you. There are people who expect you to fail. And then there's the weight of the generation who is looking up at you to say, she's in this position, she's in this office, she must be doing something well, she must be perfect, she must have all the answers. So now that's heavy. And then you have your family in the background like, you made it. Like, you know, so it's just this extra heavy weight you carry. Do y'all feel that's the weight of success?
It's a mind gym. It's a mind gym. And we then feel like we have to prove ourselves.
There's the question. There's the statement.
We're not going to let them see us sweat. So now we've added that burden of perfection.
I couldn't say it better. Absolutely.
Striving for perfection.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes.
Because, you know, I know when my parents learned that I gained this role and they're like, oh, we're so proud. And then it's constant questions. How's it going? You have this team. And are you doing this? And You know,
And you didn't even want to talk about it.
I'm
Well,
like,
that's
I'm
the thing.
done for
Every
the
time
day.
my
Let me take
dad
that
want to
hat
talk
off.
about
And
it.
you know my dad.
Yes.
Well, how's work?
Yes.
And it has so much like hope and
It's
possibility.
Yes.
gravitas. It's so much gravitas.
Yeah, he's like,
Yes.
how's how's
you
your
have working
Your
job?
Yes.
the job.
It sucks.
The job.
today.
I know, and I can never say that.
I don't say it. Yes.
Because you want
them to feel good.
You want
You don't want to be
Feel
ungrateful.
proud.
You don't want to be
Yeah.
ungrateful for
Yeah.
the role, for the opportunity,
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
for
That's
the
right.
things.
Yeah.
But you just like, oh, I'm gonna put it down today. Just watch.
I don't even want to
Netflix.
talk about it.
I might call in
Mindless TV.
tomorrow. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
wanna
running
talk
away.
about
I don't
it.
know. We'll talk about it.
Because you're high performing, you know, it seems like you would be promoted fast. All of you are in higher positions now, but I heard 30 years, I heard 20 years, I heard a lot of
A lot of
years.
A lot of years.
A lot of years. Do you think you're rewarded? And let's just stick with Black women and maybe even women
Mhm.
in corporate. Do we get rewarded for the hard work at the same pace
I don't
as
think
our
so.
male counterparts or other, you know, more, whoever's dominant in that workforce? Are we getting promotions at the same rate?
I don't think so.
I agree.
I don't think so. I think there's always room. You put the hat on of being a Black woman. That's another caveat to it, right? Being a woman in general, right? You think pay equity and where we are today? No. So the answer, I think, clearly is no. I think for so long, especially in corporate, it's a male-dominated workforce, right? And that's based on so many interconnectivities that they are together and that wherever they are to create that boys club, right? So to penetrate through that, it takes a lot of work and on top of doing the work. So I do not think that we're promoted equally. I think we do get a lot of the messed up jobs for whatever the reasons are. But when we demonstrate we're better at it, the next phase, and that is now you got to really advocate for yourself to be in that conversation of, why am I worthy to receive such a promotion?
Devil's advocate. That's what everyone has to do.
Yeah.
Everyone has to advocate. This is devil's advocate.
Right.
That's no different than anyone. Everyone has to advocate for where they are. It's hard to climb up the ladder for everyone.
No.
You're talking about what everyone goes through. Why is it different for you?
How is it that, though, back to what you said and to your point, like, how is it that they pull someone out of the background and they're like, oh, this is the new such and such. And you're like, wait a minute, I was working towards that. But all of a sudden pops this guy, since we're talking about female leaders, that is like taking over. And hasn't shown improve. And I've put all this work and effort and I've demonstrated that I should be a part of this conversation. You know, I should be elevated.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can imagine it happens to me all the time in a tech company. I'm working with engineers, architects, and male dominant populations. But what I see is that they take credit for the work, the ideas, the innovation. So I feel like the promotion is not earned, it's taken because I'm not given the same credibility as the individuals in the organization, you know, in that tech organization. So for me, it's always been hard. And I think that's why it's made me so resilient, because I've spent the majority of my career, except for one job, in tech companies. So I'm used to it. I can recognize it. And so, and so now I understand how to advocate for myself. No, you're not going to take credit for my work. I work too hard. You're not going to take credit for it.
How do you advocate for yourself when you're in these positions where it feels like maybe your voice isn't the loudest, the strongest, the one that people are turning towards? How do you advocate for yourself, but also how do you do it in a way that doesn't come across as angry Black woman, pushy?
You have to wear two hats. One, these projects that we're on, or programs that we're running, or teams that we're running, have some type of visibility, right? And everybody wants to know, what's the goal? What's the thing? Did you meet the mark, right? So those opportunities to explain or share or report out, these are the marks we hit, all of the pluses, all of the highlights. So you do that in that setting when you have the right stakeholders, the people in the room. Now also, those one-on-ones, You don't save your accolades and all of your things you're doing well for end of year, for year end, for mid year. You do it every one-on-one.
Yeah.
Every time we're in a group setting, I highlight what my team is doing under my leadership. And
That's
it's
so
not about
smart.
being, I'm going to give accolades to my team members who are really pulling the weight and doing wonderful things. I also want, it's kind of like Snoop Dogg. First off, I want to thank me.
Right.
Last but not least, I want to thank me.
But, you take advantage of whatever the venue and the space is to highlight the work from the team, but I'm leading the team. The team didn't do it on themselves. We have to do a better job with promoting that.
And that's a hard part, though.
That's
a hard part.
That is hard.
Because you don't want to come across as
not giving your team credit.
Your team credit.
Yeah.
You don't want to, but I think at some point you have to.
But
You do.
There has to be ones, because what I used to do is just infer, or not even infer, but what's the word I'm looking for? I used to assume, for lack of a better word, people would attach the team's success to my success.
Right.
And I definitely wanted my team to shine because they don't get in front of executive leadership, right? So they're not there to advocate for themselves. So you have to say the team did this, the team did that. But the strategy, I mean, I put this together on the glue.
Who put this shit together on the glue?
I am the one who kind of orchestrated the team. I hired the people. I can speak to that in a way that doesn't feel like I'm taking credit for the work, but just that higher level strategic thinking, organizational leadership. I think that's a dance you have to learn very early. How do you give your team credit? How do you take some of the credit to make sure you're not forgotten? Do you feel like that's a hard thing to do, advocating for yourself? Not now, but was it before?
Before it was. And I think with experience, like you said, it's more of like, I'm going to highlight what I'm doing. And I'm going to, we're successful because I built out the strategy. My team captured it. And yes, I'll highlight, that they were successful in, executing it. But I devised it. And that needs to be understood. Yeah.
That's a good one. I devised
It's
it.
The quarterback, right?
I'm the
That's
mastermind, right?
That's the mastermind.
You're the coach, and then I got a great QB. And they did the play.
Right.
But you need a good coach.
You need a good coach. I love it.
Yeah.
So we had a conversation with some lovely, brilliant Gen Z women.
The best.
The best. I think you and I have, the three of us. Courtney, do you have okay, so I was going to say the three of us have Gen Z daughters. I have Gen Z son. You have Gen Z son.
I do.
Okay,
all
great.
of the
Now
Gen
that we
Zs.
know our children, who our children are. And they talked about this trending kind of idea that Black women, older Black women, are a nightmare to work for. I know, that's what it did. That's hard. It hurt my heart.
That's awful.
It hurt my heart. So we talked about that. And I mean, their answers were very honest, mature.
You're like, are they out to get me? Do they secretly not like what I'm doing? Do they want me to be better? Or are they critiquing me and kind of picking me apart because they're picking themselves apart? And I feel like because a lot of older Black women who are running things, they've taken a lot out of themselves to get to that place. And so when they see a fresh one starting, they kind of get at you too.
They want to challenge you. And it's kind of it's a little it just creates awkwardness.
There were some trains or schools of thought that maybe it's coming from a place of protection. What do you think that's about? Do you think we have, what's Gen Z missing? What are we missing about Gen Z? How can we better equip them to be successful? Do you think there's truth to this whole narrative of the hazing? What say you?
I go into the easement. And I think in my mind, I think of where we came from and how we had to build on our knowledge and things. And no disrespect to the Gen Z, but a lot of things. Yes.
No respect to the Gen Zs.
No disrespect. But, within technology and different things are readily available that wasn't available for us. And we just kind of had to figure it out. And so sometimes. I have not been one of those leaders that have done that, but I can see how that could possibly happen because a leader at this level may say, well, I need you to show and prove, because I surely had to do that. I didn't get to easily be like, oh, okay, well, let me look this up and boop, here you go. I had to really dig into things. So I can see how that could happen.
I hate to hear that our Gen Zs are feeling kind of left out there with us. We work so hard.
What are they missing? Or what are we missing? Like what? Yeah.
What age did they call old though? Maybe they.
I wanted them to call them millennials, but they didn't. They were just like
technicality.
Definition problem.
They were saying like aunties. So like,
are we aunties? I don't feel like
yes, we are.
You're not an auntie.
I don't look
it.
We are the aunties.
I feel like we are.
And we were being mean to them. Not we, but
they.
So
the other.
Like, what are they missing? Like,
Honestly,
what is it?
I don't know. I think it's a lot of what Courtney said, but I will say, at least from my perspective, I raised, I have two young daughters. I do feel they're a little bit more sensitive than we are.
That part, a little bit.
I do. I think they're a little bit more sensitive. They carry their feelings and emotions on their shoulder a little bit more.
Right here.
Yes. So I do think they're a little bit more sensitive, but I would have to believe that if they're experiencing some of the things that they've described, that it is coming from a good place of someone not wanting to see them fall and fail.
Yeah.
Because I know when I lead teams, when I have led teams that were younger, particularly younger people of color, I did not only wanted to protect them, but I wanted to equip them.
yeah.
Yes.
So I don't want to see them show up in a way that they're going to be misunderstood, misperceived, stereotyped.
Yes.
So I keep it real. I'm going to keep it real with you.
When you want to provide some coaching, give them what they need because you're in an unfamiliar territory, unfamiliar setting, and then you're also the other piece is we're working, or Gen Zs, they're working with us and people older than us. So there's some unwritten norms that they might not know how to maneuver through, and how they can show up as their authentic self is great. But also being mindful of the other person that you're talking to, or they're me and then, me removed.
Right.
We are going to understand information differently. Our expectations, the play is going to be different, right? Until we're all out the game, right? And then they run the world, which they will, and then they can do it their own way. We want to give you some of the tools, the tactics, the interventions to be sure you can maneuver and land well as best I can if you want to. But that's how we should be showing up for this next generation versus meaning them out, understanding that their emotions are a bit different than us, right? Than we are.
When we talk about Gen Z and the sensitivity and the outspokenness, it almost, there's such a line, right? Because they are outspoken, but then it almost, and they have led movements, but then a little bit that makes them think they know it all. So there's a little bit of that where it's just like, girl, wait and see. Like, it's not what you think. Like, objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Like, the danger is closer than you even know. So we're just trying to make sure you don't run through the wall.
There has to be a proper balance with that, because I think they see us as old school. So they're like, slow down, OG. You don't understand. And you're like, listen, even from my grandparents or my parents, I was given certain skills that I carry even to this day.
That's right.
So filter it.
And they're the same.
Yeah.
Like, they're the same principles. So even like just with my daughter and just relationships, friendships, boyfriends, whatever, I can spot what's going to happen. And I keep telling her, I said, girl, like when we joke, she's like, you're a witch. Because I know what's coming. I'm like, I know I'm a witch because I know what's coming. That person is not for you.
Yes.
I can tell how they move.
Yeah.
That's your friend. You brought her over. You da-da-da-da-da. It's my, we're friends. She's not for you. And I see it. Just be careful. Everybody's not for you. Just be careful. Months and months later, she whiny. I said, I know. Boyfriend, same thing. Like, You can't pour every single piece of yourself into a relationship. You have to keep some things for yourself and probably more for yourself than others. And so that same advice goes into corporate. You have to know what game you're playing and you have to know what to equip yourself with. So because the principles remain the same, right?
True.
This is the last question, my loves. All right, I want you to close your eyes. Not really, but close your eyes and imagine yourself whenever you walked through the doors of corporate. Try to remember that time, what you felt, the anticipation, all the things. What do you tell? Ooh, I just got goosebumps. What do you tell young Dr. Consuela, young Courtney, young Christy as she walks through the doors of corporate?
You are gonna kill it, girl. They're not even ready for you. Don't worry about it. Go with your gut. And even when you're wrong, you're right.
That part.
Hold it together, right?
Hold it together.
Yeah.
Keep that head up. You can always find the answer. You got this.
You got this.
You got this.
Yeah.
You got it. I got it. That's what you said. I got it. You're telling Dr. Consuela you got it.
You got it.
You were built for this. You were built for this. You were built for this.
There were many
It's in your
times I had to
DNA.
remind myself of that.
Yeah.
though.
It's
I
in
was,
your DNA.
yeah, I can do this. I can do anything.
Anything.
I can get this done. Nothing's too hard. You can figure it out. That's that.
I love
Yes.
it. We love it. You got this.
Period. Clock it.
I think they do this.
No,
Is it this?
this is 8.
Oh, I thought this was clocking.
Because this is 8 in sign.
Definitely auntie.
Well, what is
Yeah.
the right
What
thing?
Clock it. Is this one is clock it?
This is clock. I did that.
All right.
So
well,
I'm in.
There's the wrong here.
Coach just told me clock
I had
it
the
and
wrong
then
one.
second
Okay,
one.
so all right, ladies. Real power is not inheriting broken systems. It's choosing how and when to lead without losing yourself.